Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about religion. Religion plays a huge role in the creation of the new continent and the history of it itself. There's really no question that religion plays a huge role in the early 13 colonies. We see this with the creation of Pennsylvania and with the discovery of America itself. When Columbus landed, he was already thinking about converting the Indians to Christianity. So the question should not really be if religion plays a role, it should be why it does. Now there are a lot of answers to this. Maybe it's because it gave settlers the comfort of home, or maybe it established a new form of government, an early form of government that was not present back then. It united the settlers, it gave them a common ground to think about. While religion was used for that purpose, I think it was used for something much bigger, maybe even a little bit cynical. It was used to I think it was used to colonize and westernize the new continent. You see, religion, or I should say Christianity at this point, gave an excuse to take the land from the Indians, to convert them to Christianity. Or an example of this would be the Aztecs, taking the land from the Aztecs and converting them to Christianity as well. It gave them an excuse to do this. But this has not only come up in early colonial America. Religion throughout history has been used as an excuse to justify human actions. We see this in today's world with extremist groups like ISIS. We see this with Nazi Germany in the 1940s. There are plenty of examples that I can name that would show that religion has been used throughout time to justify human actions. So the question at this point should really be, why does this happen? Why can religion be used as an excuse for humans to do something? I think a big problem with religions, and this is not one religion, I think this is with all religions, they can always be changed to the advantage of a specific group or person. I'm sorry if this is a bad analogy, but take this multi-tool purpose, for example. So, say this was religion, and I wanted to change this religion so it'd be in my favor. For example, I was a settler back then, and I wanted to, rule the world. So I'm just going to, switch the tool so it will, help me do my specific task that I wanted to complete. That's how I see religion in my eyes. I'm sorry if this is a very cheesy analogy. So instead of my cheesy analogy, I have some historical examples. One of them would be Martin Luther King. I don't think he really liked being controlled by the church and being told what to do. So he thought about it, and he hammered a bunch of amendments on a church door, and people were like, hey, yeah, I don't really like that either. And so he created a movement. People changed the church and created basically a totally new, I wouldn't say religion, but a totally new church, breaking off of Christianity. Another examples would be, in the book, for example, would be Henry VIII. He broke away from the Catholic Church in order to divorce his wife and be with his lover. I mean, there are plenty of examples to think of throughout history that show people just leaving or changing religion just to help them with their specific purpose that religion needs to be done. So I think as we will continue reading the book, the textbook, we will keep on seeing these examples of religion being used to justify specific actions of humans. So I'll really be on the lookout for that in the next chapters coming, because I think it will keep on coming up. It'll be really interesting to see how it keeps on coming up. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye.